man, what the do y'all know about sports?
You are now listening to the Best Damn Sports Podcast. Period. Welcome back, everyone, to the What Do Women Know About Sports Podcast. I am Bree Nicole.
And I'm Vicky D.
It's another week. We missed y'all last week.
We did.
It was some...
Sorry, y'all.
Slight difficulties, but listen, we're here. We're here. We rolling. So how was your week? Or weeks have been?
Weeks.
Pretty
good. Still got to work.
Listen, being an adult is not fun. when I was a kid, I wanted to be an adult so bad. Now that I am an adult, it's just like...
Don't you hate that?
They lied. This is not fun. Not fun at all. Going to work, oh my God.
The struggle. Like you say, it's ghetto.
Ghetto at its finest. Somebody lied, and I don't appreciate it. Don't appreciate it at all. I mean, and we're kind of still in quarantine. It's still kind of a pandemic, but people don't want to act like it's a pandemic. It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on.
But I will say September has been a little bit better though. Considering
the rest of 2020 or what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. September has been a little chiller, a little calmer.
We're only 11 days in. Today is September 11th.
Oh, it is September 11th. Yeah.
I had watched a little bit of the memorial this morning on the news.
Mm-hmm.
It's been 19 years since 9/11.
Yeah. I still remember where I was.
I do too. I was in 5th grade.
7th. Yeah. It was crazy.
I thought the world was finna end that day. Came home I guess this is it, Mom.
Yeah. That was pretty crazy.
Yeah, crazy. But listen, sports.
It's still going on.
Let's get into this.
Let's go.
What's first on the docket?
Football's back, at least preseason.
I heard.
Yeah.
I had a conversation. So I'm on my Facebook. I am friends with Drew from the Third Leg Delivery podcast.
Shout out
to Drew and his podcast and his crew. I made a post and I was like, football's man, I'm not really a fan. I don't really have a team.
Yeah.
I kind of bandwagon. And Drew was like, how you gonna
wait, who's your bandwagon team?
Okay, wait. So Drew was like, how you gonna bandwagon and you got a sports podcast? And I was like, first of all, let's not judge. I was like, everybody knows. I've said it 1,000 times on the show. I don't do football. I just don't get it. But listen, I'm bandwagoning the Missouri Chiefs. Yeah, the Missouri Chiefs. Because we don't represent Kansas. I don't do Kansas City like that. It's the Missouri Chiefs.
That is hilarious.
I'm bandwagoning them, and I'm also I'm following Mr. Tom Brady. So
Buccaneers, huh?
The Bucks. Well, no, it's not the Bucks. Tom Brady.
Oh, got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm honest.
Yeah, make that clear now. It is preseason. Make that clear.
I'm honest, baby. I'm bandwagoning these two teams.
You heard her, y'all.
The one team and the one player.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, y'all heard her. So if she jumped ship, hold her accountable.
Baby, listen. It's the Missouri Chiefs.
Okay.
And Tom Brady. Like how people follow LeBron.
Yeah.
I'm following Mr. Tom Brady.
Okay, got you. All right.
So who's your team?
I don't have a team.
Yeah, listen, football is
I never
not the
had a football team, even though we had the Rams for a good little, 2 decades or whatever, long we had them.
Football is just not the jam like that.
Well, however long we had them, I
get it. I'm not, listen.
I still have never been to a football game.
I've been to a couple college games when it was a thing. It used to come here every year. It was called the Gateway Classics, and Arkansas Pine Bluff would always play in it. So I would go to that, and that's a college team. So I would go to that, and my cousin used to play for the team. So we used to go to that.
I bet college games are lit,
and it was HBCU, so it was different. Yeah,
super lit.
I went for halftime just to see the Battle of the Bands.
Right.
Yeah. So
right. I think that's the reason why most people go. Honestly.
I mean, I just never got football like that. I mean, I only know what a touchdown is. So listen, that's why bandwagon. I be trying to watch to understand, but listen,
Anyway,
it's boring.
Okay, so the Houston
Texans,
yes, and the Kansas City,
Missouri Chiefs. Okay, yeah.
Anyway, they opened up the preseason.
Okay.
So as y'all probably saw, the Chiefs won. You know, they pretty much dominated the
It was
Texans.
a slow day for Houston.
Yeah. Before they started the game, though, the NFL they actually did the national anthem, and they did "Lift Every Voice," which is considered like the Black national anthem.
I'm here for that.
Yeah. I don't know if they're gonna do it like for every game.
They should.
Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do, but so Alicia Keys did perform "Lift Every Voice." She did.
Okay.
Why you?
Because I heard a playback and I didn't think that was Alicia. I didn't know that was her.
You didn't know Alicia Keys?
Because it didn't sound like her.
You didn't see the video, or you just heard the audio?
I was just listening audio, and it just didn't sound like her.
Really? Okay.
It sounded pretty good. I'm not saying she can't sing. It just didn't sound like Alicia Keys.
Okay. All right, and then R&B group sensation Chloe and is it Halle or Haley?
It's Chloe and it's Chloe and Halle.
Chloe and Halle. Okay, I didn't know
they
how to
sound
say
like
her name.
Beyonce.
Oh, mini Beyonce's. Okay,
mini bees.
Mini bees.
They sound just like bees.
But they sang the national anthem. Haley.
I don't know.
Haley Holly. No, I'm saying is it Haley or Holly?
It's Haley.
Haley. Okay, I gotta get that. Haley, she actually wore like the George Floyd shirt that said "Rest in Peace," and then Chloe wore Breonna Taylor shirt that said "Say Her Name." But they sounded absolutely beautiful.
They always sound really
they
good.
sounded really good.
Really good when they sing. I like them.
Yeah, they killed it with the vocals. Okay.
I've been missing them on Grownish. I just keep missing it.
Yeah. So, they got new episodes?
Well, the new season has started in June.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
All right. Now, the Kansas City Chiefs...
Missouri Chiefs.
For the sake of this podcast, we're just going to say Missouri Chiefs, okay? Because I can't. Okay. So, the Missouri Chiefs... They they played in their stadium. Okay. So, they was on the field for both the national anthem and the Lift Every Voice and Sing song. But... the Texans, they actually walked out on both songs. So, like, they came on the field, and then once they did Lift Every Voice and Sing, they walked back in the back, and then came back out. And then when they did the national anthem, they went back in again, and then they came back out once it was done.
So, the Texans wasn't on the field for the...
They weren't on the field for both songs.
Not even the Lift Every Voice?
No, that's why I was like, not the Lift Every Voice.
Not the Lift Every Voice?
Like,
that's what I'm trying to understand.
Yeah.
Because I missed the game. I was trying to watch other stuff at the same time.
But the thing is, that day, I think all sports was on that day. So I was trying to watch.
I was trying to watch
basketball, baseball, hockey. Like, everything was on.
So, like, that's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
They didn't stay on the field to Lift Every Voice?
No.
Now listen, no shade to those who still rock with the Star Spangled Banner. Listen, I only rock with Whitney Houston's version. That's it. But they didn't stay on. I'm trying to understand.
I was surprised at that. I'm like, at least.
That's very surprising. I'm kind of confused.
Well,
but that's probably why they lost. But okay,
I saw somebody say that.
That's probably why they lost.
But yeah. And then they did, but they all did lock arms, you know. Like when they all came out, I think like both captains of the team or whatever, pretty much they all locked arms in unity or whatever. And then that's when they did have limited fans there. Okay, so they have fans there, real fans, not like the virtual and the cardboard.
Which is stupid. Why are y'all going to a stadium?
I mean, at least they were like spaced apart.
I wouldn't be going to no game. I mean, I know you want to go and be in the atmosphere, but it's not that deep.
Yeah.
But as you were saying, the fans were there.
The fans were there, and while they all were, arm in arm, linking in unity, they did boo. They booed.
In unity stands for justice, equality.
Yeah.
And y'all booing.
Yeah.
That's a bit much. I heard this, so I was on my way to work this morning, and Ricky Smiley, he was talking about that. And he stated that Like he was like the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes and the Houston Texans. Like he was like, you all came together and had a moment as for like what's been happening in the world, and the people who you go out and play for in your city, they're booing you. They only want you to go out there and play.
Yeah. They don't want.
They don't want you to have a brain and to have a mind,
have a voice
or nothing. And I understood that. Like he was like, and I guess they think of them just being an athlete and not a person as well. Like it's more to these people than just being out there playing football. They have a voice. They have a feeling as to what's been happening in the world. And if they have the platform as big as the NFL is, use that.
Yeah.
And so to boo them, when one, I don't even think y'all should even be in the stadium it's
First
ridiculous.
of all.
It's ridiculous. It's still a pandemic. That's crazy.
And I don't know if you saw, but J.J. Watson actually said something from the Texans. He actually said something to the effect of like, I don't understand. He's like, there's no national anthem, or there was no American flag. They weren't kneeling. Although one player from the Chiefs did kneel.
That's his prerogative.
Yeah, of course.
Right.
But why are they booing it? I'm just like, what part of that do you not understand? Like, the reason why they're booing, like, what part of that don't you not understand?
Because it was never about the flag.
It wasn't.
It was never about the flag.
So I'm just like, dude.
So if you don't understand now at this point, like what it's about, because there was no flag, then you need to go back and reevaluate you, because it was never about the flag. There was an excuse they were giving. It's never been about that.
Yeah. So,
but shout out to the Chiefs, though. I heard that they played.
They did.
Well.
They did on the field. They did have like on both end zones. So one side had "It takes all of us." The other side it said "End racism." So I guess the NFL are trying to, do their little social whatever they trying to do.
She said, "I guess they trying."
I don't know how long that's gonna last, but
because it is the NFL.
Hey, yeah, that's what I said.
It is the NFL. I mean, but at least this is their attempt to try.
Yeah,
I'm okay with it.
But not that I care, but I wonder what Donald Trump will say about the NFL doing this. When he had comments about the NBA doing the same thing. So
we don't really care.
I know we don't care, but it's gonna come up.
We don't really care what the orange
if he
one
say
has
something.
to say.
But anyway, about the game. So, the NFL is pretty much on schedule, as opposed to like the other teams.
Yeah.
I think around this time is when preseason starts anyway. Yeah. So they pretty much
are on
schedule. Yeah. Kansas City Chiefs, they picked up where they left off.
Hey.
Okay. They
rocking.
Yeah. They played really good though, like considering. But yeah, they won 34-20.
That's a good win.
34-20. Patrick Mahomes did prove why he's worth that much money.
Hey.
Okay.
Listen, they worth the money.
Yeah. So he threw 211 yards for 3 touchdowns. Okay. And 3 touchdowns. One of them was to Kelsey. Is that the last name? Yeah, him. And then one was to Hill. That pass that he threw to Hill for the touchdown in the fourth quarter, that was pretty nice. I don't know if you saw it. That was dope. I was like, okay. But yeah. Now the Texans on the other hand.
It was a hard day for Houston.
I don't know.
It was a hard day.
They got some work to do. Deshaun Watson, he got paid, but not as much as
everybody not able.
Aww. Their offense, they just couldn't keep up with them.
Yeah.
And then dude, did you see the field goal kick? The kick from, I think his name is Fairbairn or whatever his name was. Dude, did you see it?
No.
Oh my God, that kick was horrible. It was a 51-yard attempt, and
he missed it.
Like literally, okay, so here's the field goal, and he kicks it over here.
Listen, let's chunk it up to the fact that it's preseason.
It is preseason, but honestly, to me, I count preseason.
You do?
I do.
Okay, why?
I do. Because it's kind of like how teams are going to play, what is basically, this is what's this is what I'm seeing. Like, this is what's gonna happen in the regular season.
But
like,
your preseason is kind of. Sorry, but I feel like preseason is kind of like an extra practice of you playing against other teams. So it's just a practice round.
I never counted preseason like that. Most players
do.
don't, especially in NBA. Most players don't really go hard in the preseason, which is crazy to me.
Because it's preseason, it don't really count yet. It don't count yet. You're trying to get your feet wet. Just trying to test the waters a little bit. That's all.
What's the point of having a preseason then? That's what practice is for.
This is like a practice.
That's what practice is for.
A preseason is like a practice.
Okay, whatever.
It's just a preseason it's like a full out practice.
Okay.
That's all it is.
I got you, but we gonna agree to disagree on that one.
I'm just saying.
But also the Dolphins, they actually said they're going to stay inside for both anthems as well. I saw the video of the players, expressing their feelings. But yeah, the Dolphins are going to stay inside too. So, that's that on that.
I mean, I get staying inside for the Star Spangled Banner. I kind of understand that. But lift every voice, really. I'm just really kind of...
Are you saying that because like the black players are staying inside?
It's just a different song. Like you just come on, let's just come out and it's a different song. I'm just really, I mean, maybe it's me. I'm just like, gosh, not even lift every voice. Because like lift every voice, the wording, it hits different. And maybe it's because it is the black anthem and I probably like it better. But like, it's a different vibe. Oh man. But hey, and I think it's best if the whole team decides instead of like maybe 10 of y'all come out. Just do that as a team.
That'll be a good look. I might as well all just
just do it as a team. So I'm here with them having camaraderie and doing it as a team and doing it as a unit. Okay, cool. I mean, I don't like it, but whatever. I don't like football no way. This is probably why.
Well, we're going to go over to your favorite sport, which is...
the National Basketball Association.
Right.
The government.
Right. There's a lot going on. I don't know. Have you watched a couple of games?
I have. And I want to talk to you first.
Okay.
So, the 1920 season, we went into the season, or I went into the season of like Lakers Bucks. They were going to be my pick for the
finals, okay.
Yeah, just because of the way the Bucks played the previous season, and they were on a roll until Corona came, and then since when the games restarted, they were kind of like like on the road. But then they got to these playoffs, and this second round they ran into the Miami Heat. Jimmy Butler and the Heat. It just fell apart for the Bucks. The Bucks are out of here. And I'm just trying to figure out what happened. Because, that was something I would not have predicted. I'm not saying the Heat are not a good team and Jimmy Butler is not a great player, but I would not have predicted them getting Giannis and the Bucks on up out of here. Mm-hmm. I would have not predicted that.
Mm. Yeah. Okay. So when you got listen, I think Giannis is missing like another
key player,
like a star player to help him.
Okay.
And then he was also injured too, so he was out for most of the games as well. So I don't know if that had anything to do with it.
Possibly.
But
I think he kind of started to. I think when he headbutted that player.
Dog, he did that. He headbutted, then did something else. I'm like,
I think that headbutt was the start of it just going downhill. Because listen, he legit. That was a legit headbutt,
yeah.
And so I think that was the start of it just all going downhill. That's just me. I could be wrong, but yeah, because from that moment on, especially this particular series, I just knew they were going to go to the next round, but the Heat got them on up out of here. Mm. The Heat they are in playoff mode. They want it.
Yeah. So this raises the question, will Giannis leave? But when you have a star person on your team and a team gets eliminated, there's always that question, is that said star player
leaving
gonna leave and stick with it?
Or are you gonna build pieces around him that he needs?
Exactly.
Because that's what you do. And when you have a key player, if he's still under contract and you have him, you have to make moves to fit that person and to accommodate them. So like, I'm not saying the Bucks don't have good players.
Yeah.
But if you want to be a championship team and get over the hump and win championship, you have to be able to build around your key player. And he may not have those pieces right now.
No, he don't. But Giannis said, quote, in regards to him possibly leaving the Bucks, he said, that's not happening. Some see a wall and go in another direction. I plowed through it. But most players have said the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, Kyrie, KD, you know, whatever. They've said that exact same thing. But like I said, I think he's missing that like key player.
Okay.
Perhaps he could be wasting his time with the Bucks. Wasting his talents on the Bucks, you know, by staying possibly.
Because I feel like that about a few players.
Like who?
Like Devin Booker.
Oh yeah. But he
him.
said he was gonna stay, right?
Yeah, and
I'm like they say that though, but I guarantee you, once he does become a free agent or gets an opportunity to leave, he will dip. Oh, he's gonna dip, especially if nothing's changing. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, he will. I'm like, don't say that.
It was just really odd just to see Miami got them on up out of here.
Miami, who are they gonna play?
So Toronto and Boston are going to a game. They're going to a game 7 because listen.
Ooh, speaking of, okay, we gonna move on to Celtics and Raptors. Okay, let's just move.
I just wanted the Bucks, not the Bucks. I wanted the Celtics to get them up out of here in game 6.
Get who? The Raptors?
Yes, and it just did not happen. It went to double overtime.
The refs had a part in that. Of course,
it went to double overtime.
What was I gonna say? But okay. First of all, I'm mad that the Celtics blew a 2-0 lead. First of all, they was 2-0 up. Okay,
leading the series.
Yeah,
and now we tied 3-3.
They won one of them. The Raptors won one of them games with a lucky shot. That was messed up, but. But okay, one I don't know if you saw, but Jason Tatum, St. Louis shout out, Chaminade.
That's why I want them to win. I'm rooting for Jason.
I'm rooting for Jason Tatum too. I don't even like the Celtics like that.
I don't. Me being a Laker fan, this is unbecoming. But
we got a St. Louis native on
but
the team, so we got
for
a
Jason Tatum.
Okay?
I'm rooting for him. But listen, being a Laker fan, this is unbecoming.
Woo. But anyway, Jason Tatum, he in game 6, he did make a bad pass. Okay. I don't know if you saw it, but Nick Nurse was the Raptors coach. Nick Nurse was pretty much in the corner. But first of all, why are you that close on the court? Like, it looked like his foot was almost inside the dang on court. Right. He was like literally on the corner. And then, you know, Jason Tatum goes to pass the ball. He apparently, I don't know if he thought it was a Celtics player, but he passed it to where Nick Nurse was. He pretty much made a bad pass. And, you know, Jason Tatum was like, oh, you know, that's my fault. That's my bad. You know, can't blame Nick Nurse for that.
Right.
And then Jaylen Brown, you know, he comes to Jason's defense like, oh, grown men should be able to control themselves, especially coaching staff. Like, I wish you would have seen it because honestly, I am glad that Jason Tatum took accountability for that.
Yeah.
You know, it was a bad pass. It was a bad pass. But
right.
Why are you even right here? Why are you even right there? Like, why? And he's animated. Like, that dude be emotional. I don't know if you be watching, but that dude be emotional.
I don't really watch the Raptors like that. I'm probably not a fan because I feel like Kyle Lowry, he show up when he want to show up.
Oh, but he's actually been balling.
Yeah, he show up when he want to show up. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, he balled out last game.
He did.
He show up when he want to show up.
He had 3 30-point games. Yeah.
Yeah. Show up when he want to show up. So, but I just want Boston to just get them up out of here.
You know what? They play tonight. So, I want them to win. Like, I just need them to win. You know, please defeat the former champs.
And
please.
So whoever wins is going to
play Miami.
Yeah. In the Eastern Conference
Miami
Finals.
is going to lose. I don't know,
whoever they play,
I think Miami's going to lose.
You never know.
You do never know, though.
You never know,
honestly, because we didn't think the Thunder was going to make it that far, but they did.
Because the Thunder almost put the Thunder almost had Houston up out of here, baby. Man. And I would have been happy for that.
I wanted the Thunder to beat the Rockets.
I wanted them to win so bad. I'm just not a Houston
fan. Even though they weren't gonna beat the Lakers, I just wanted.
I'm just not a Houston fan, but I want Westbrook to win.
Speaking of Houston, we're gonna go over to the Lakers and the Rockets.
I told you Houston as a city had a bad night.
Because
the Texans and the Rockets, they just had a bad night.
Oh man. But anyway, over to the Lakers and the Rockets. First of all, let's congratulate LeBron James for he holds the record for the most playoff wins in NBA history.
Shout out to him.
So no hate here. Just all congratulatory. Okay?
Listen, we give props when they're due.
Yeah, he passed Derek Fisher actually.
A former Laker.
For that feat. Yes, a former Laker. Yes,
former Laker.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah. 162 wins. But I'm like, it took you that many playoffs to get that.
Listen, Victoria, we're not gonna do that.
But okay,
we're not gonna do that.
I'm just. But it is impressive that he was able to get his team to the playoffs that many times. Though that is impressive, and the finals like that. Yeah. That is impressive. So
he carries.
Yeah,
he carries. I'm not carrying.
Like so shout out LeBron.
I'm just playing.
Yeah, shout out. So what I see from the Lakers from your team.
Oh, thanks.
What I am seeing from your team is the fact I feel like the Lakers like to purposely lose game ones.
Oh yeah.
You know, just like a comeback, sweep them.
Just to get their feet wet. Just to see what y'all working with.
Just to come back, sweep them 4 games straight and be like, you thought they was gonna win? What?
So it's up 3-1 currently.
Yeah.
Lakers, if the next game is going to be tomorrow on Saturday. If the Lakers win, they move on to the Western Conference Finals.
Of course.
And are the Clippers already there? I'm not sure because I know
the Clippers are 3-1 right now too. I think they play tonight
against Denver. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. They're gonna win anyway. But
Denver had a good series.
Yeah. What's the dude, Jamal Murray? Oh, that dude is balling. Because he came out.
I watched the Nuggets game 7 when they played the Jazz.
Oh yeah,
between him and it was Jamal Murray,
Donovan Mitchell.
That was dude down to the wire.
But Jamal Murray, like he just emerged. Like that dude is amazeballs.
But just get back to Houston with the Rockets and the Lakers. Here's I've said this before. My problem with Houston is the fact that they are a great offensive team. Great. They run the ball. They get shots. They all have a 3-pointer on their team. Everybody has a nice 3-stroke. The problem is that you can chunk up all the baskets you want at your end, but if you're not playing defense
and getting those offensive rebounds is key, y'all.
Yeah. Like. If you're not playing defense at the other end, you scoring all these points really makes no difference if the other team is scoring the exact amount of points as you.
Yeah, and then also with the Rockets, they don't have a big man.
Yeah.
So, Lakers got like 3, 4. You got LeBron 80. They got
he's like JaVale.
Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee. Like, they got too many big dudes. They can actually
play.
Dude, if you get LeBron at 80 in beast mode, like, you can't beat them.
And I'm not saying that.
And also the Rockets, they concentrate too much on shooting threes.
That's all they do.
They do. That's all they do.
Like, that's all James Harden do, a step back.
James Harden is a ball. Look, James Harden can be a ball hog.
I don't like his hair.
I don't like that beard. Like, just let's trim it. Like,
I don't like his hair. I don't like nobody quarantine hair in this bubble. I'm gonna be honest. Nobody's bubble hair is cute to me.
Bubble hair.
It's bubble hair.
And they got a whole. Don't they got a barbershop there?
I'm sick of it. So listen, I'm not saying that Mike D'Antoni is a bad coach. I just he doesn't run defensive plays, and that bothers me.
No,
you need to be able to play offense. Listen, defense wins games. And another thing that bothers me about like some of these teams when it gets down to the wire and you're close, if you at the free throw line, make them. people suck at free throws. I say it all the time. Free throws can be a deciding factor.
Win or lose, right?
A win or lose situation for your team.
Man, like 1 point differential. Like,
please practice that. Yeah. It's not hard to practice free throws.
Who are you referring that to?
I don't know, but it was a game recently. Was it Lakers Houston this series? It came down to 2 free throws. Because the refs called a foul at the buzzer, and it came down to 2 free throws. They only had to make 1, and they won. The Lakers had to make 1, and they won the game. That if you don't practice, come on, free throws. It's But yeah, so
I don't know if you do. I don't know if you do Westbrook and his team is gonna make it.
And I want Westbrook to win so bad, but I don't. The Houston from a regular season perspective or a great team, but it's just always when they get to the playoffs, you see the flaws in their
game.
In their game. You see it.
But I'm going to be looking forward to the Lakers and Clippers. Like, that's going to be a series.
That's going to be a series.
I can't wait to see Pat Bell be pestering folk. I can't wait.
But it's going to be a series because, like, Kawhi, I hope Paul George show up. Montreal. But he's been balling.
Yeah.
He's been balling.
Yeah.
So, if the Lakers make it and they win 4-1 in the series.
Listen, we're gonna make our predictions once we hit the Eastern Conference and Western Conference final, then we make it. Because listen, we gonna tell y'all our predictions,
Because listen, if Lakers Clippers is the thing, it's the battle for the team in LA. I mean, the Lakers will always be the team in LA.
Oh, of course.
But this is gonna be a battle.
But I don't know, because oh my God. You know what? I'm not going to discuss it until that comes. But I'm not going to discuss it until it comes. Until that happens.
The Lakers will always be the LA team.
No, it's not about that. It's just if they do battle, like, it's some stuff like we'll just get to it when they play.
Okay.
But yeah. Okay. So Doris Burke. Shout out to her.
Shout out to Doris Burke. She has been out here.
Yeah.
For decades.
Yeah. So history is in the making, y'all. She's the first woman to call the WNBA conference finals and finals on the radio. So.
Oh, she's on WNBA and NBA?
I don't know about WNBA, but NBA I know of. Yeah.
Okay, so I know Doris Burke first, just from calling like the women's games in college, WNBA games, and then she moved on to NBA games. Now she's calling them. Give her props.
We need a clap.
We need a clapper.
Track, like clap track.
But yeah, she's pretty dope. I like her.
Yeah.
I like her.
So she's because she's actually been doing the sideline. She's the sideline reporter, but now that she's going to be doing this, Rachel Nichols will be taking over for her.
Okay.
While Rachel Nichols she's going to do that plus the show that she got the jump. So yeah,
I'm happy for her. That's a big accomplishment.
Yeah, and Rachel Nichols also will be doing the hosting the trophy presentation as well. So
that's what's up.
At the end of the finals,
Shout out the Doors.
So yeah, like you said, she been out here. Okay,
she been around for. If you don't know who she is, you slipping.
Yeah,
you're slipping.
That's the girl.
Oh, I'm so happy for her.
Good look out, man. Okay, so we got a couple of tidbits. We want to talk about. First of all. Let's talk about Daniel House, please. Daniel House, like Charlamagne says, please come to the front of the congregation.
Another dummy.
We need to speak to you.
Another dummy.
Because
another one.
Well, but his situation is a little bit different. First of all, so Daniel House is under investigation, if you don't know, for allegedly allowing a female COVID-19 testing official into his hotel room. He's a Houston Rockets player, by the way.
Houston isn't a bad day for Houston.
It's just blowing it. So
why?
His situation is a little bit different because she's already in the bubble. You know, she's already she testing folks. So
she's in the
it's
bubble.
not like somebody's bringing her in or sneaking her in.
She already in the bubble.
She's already in the bubble. And the bad part about that is it's like you violating, man. You violating.
You breaking rules.
You breaking the rules. Like you can't be having no official in your room.
So you just couldn't wait.
Couldn't wait.
You just couldn't.
And didn't they have it to where players can bring in maybe he ain't got no chick. I don't know.
I
thought they could bring in people for a little
I don't
minute.
know. I'm just trying to figure out you breaking rules. You put I'm not saying she has it, but you don't know. Then you be around your teammates. You putting them in jeopardy.
I mean, even though they testing every day, which there hasn't been any.
But it's still you still violating.
That's still a bad look.
It's a bad look.
But according to Daniel House, he's like, there's no activity going on. But we don't know.
We don't know.
But
so we don't believe nothing you're saying right now.
But he didn't play in the last game. But just recently, they said that Daniel House was leaving the bubble, so he won't be playing in game.
He probably
game 6. He ain't gonna be playing. So
it's probably because of this investigation. He's probably suspended as from playing.
He not playing. So
that's his fault.
Yeah,
that's his fault. You make bad decisions, there is consequences, sir.
Oh man.
Why? You just couldn't wait. I'm so confused. He couldn't wait.
I mean, you ain't got no other options. I
guess not.
Oh well.
Houston is just going through it right now.
I don't know what's going on in Houston.
It's something in the water.
Yeah.
Something in the water.
But also, okay, next up, we got Kevin Durant.
I love him.
I know you do. No, that's why I want your opinion on this. So, Kevin Durant, I don't know who asked him how this came about.
He was on a podcast.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a podcast.
Okay. So he said about him joining the Knicks or whatever.
Yeah.
He said, I didn't want to be the savior of the Knicks of New York. I didn't care about being a king of New York. So I'm gonna go to you first, and I don't know what you think about that.
So he was on JJ Redick's. It was a podcast,
right?
I can't. Okay. So his reasoning was he was saying that around the time of him becoming a free agent for the next season, the media, they took and ran with the fact that, Kevin Durant, he's not going to stay in Golden State. Where is he going? And I think the Knicks had the money for him or whatever. So he was the media, they kind of took that and ran with it and made their own narrative. And also his agent was kind of his agent and manager was kind of pushing for him to go to the Knicks too, but he was that was never my plan. And he was the media, they always think that when a big name player or a player that's of great status is up for free agency, they're going to the Knicks because the Knicks need the help.
Yeah.
And he was there was the narrative they made and then they ran with it, but that was never my decision. He was I never wanted to be on Broadway because if you think about it, the Knicks they play at the Mecca of Madison Square Garden. Mm-hmm. And he was me being here in Brooklyn with the Nets is more laid back, is more chill. He said, I could just go home and play basketball and chill. So he was this is more of my speed. That was his reasoning.
Yeah.
My thoughts, I can understand it a little bit. I can see how the media always takes stuff and run with it. And I can see how if you are a player of great status and you go somewhere, you are really looked at as the person who's going to bring them the glory. Right. And that might be a lot to carry.
Too much pressure for them.
Yeah. But then again, on the other side, you don't gotta say stuff like that. Just keep it to yourself.
Well.
Just keep it to yourself.
I just feel like
maybe he could use different words.
I don't know, but maybe he can't handle being a star player because, he had to go over to the Golden State Warriors. He wasn't a star player there.
He was one of them.
But he wasn't the star player.
But I think I think without him, they wouldn't have won 2 back-to-back.
Obviously. But then they win one without him. They won one without him anyway.
They did win one without him, yeah.
Right. So now he's going over to the Brooklyn Nets when Kyrie is the star of that team. So like, dude, can you just not handle being a star? Like,
I wouldn't want to be the star of a player.
He's ring chasing at this point. Again.
I wouldn't want to be the star of a team.
Why not?
That's a lot to carry, because if you think about it, first before LeBron, when he was first in Cleveland, that was his team, and when he never got the ring there. When he left, like, Cleveland acted a fool, was burning his jerseys, doing all of it.
People acted a fool when KD won a ring and jumped ship. So, like, what's the difference?
I mean, but not everybody wants all of that. Like, if you really look at him, he isn't one of those players who wants, like, all of that. If you look at him and his his
demeanor or whatever.
Yeah.
I get it.
So I can see that, but then again...
But why not take on that challenge, though? Like, you already won a ring. So, like, why not just take on that challenge?
Hey,
like you said, maybe that's just not him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You have to ask him.
Maybe that's just not him.
You have to ask him first.
But, I don't know. I want to take that challenge. Like, why not? Like, why not? I don't know. But...
And maybe because, like, the Knicks suck.
It's a challenge.
But think about it. If you would have got him there, like,
they would have got him there. I'm pretty sure they would have got somebody.
What pieces are there?
But I'm going to say they probably would have got somebody over there to help him.
Yeah, at this point, we'll never know.
Right.
I mean, they never got Carmelo help like that. So hey,
well,
I mean, Melo never got help, and Melo is a dope player.
Oh, you're right.
So hey, you have to like sometimes you got to weigh your options. So maybe this wasn't an option for him. And in his mind, he was just like, I was never going that route.
Okay, I can see that. So I think him and Kyrie, they'll be cool.
I will say, I think the Nets are going to be a problem next season. Oh, they're going to be a problem.
Mm-hmm. They was playing pretty decent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they were a problem now.
Yeah, without them. So yeah.
But I will say that I think he could have used better words instead of saying like their savior. Found different vocabulary. Yeah. But yeah, so that's what I would say. I think he could have used better wording or worded it differently.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I mean, but listen, like Kevin Durant is very controversial. I mean, like he likes to be on Twitter anyway. So hey, this is KD.
This is burner accounts.
Hey, this is Kevin. This is Kevin.
Yeah. So that's it.
That's our docket for the week.
Now.
That's our docket for the week. I mean, but it's overall been a good week. Great playoff series.
Yes. I'm
the
surprised
WNBA
for being in the bubble.
Yeah,
I'm very surprised at the good games that we have been getting.
The Cardinals have been playing pretty well.
They have. They beat the Cubs several times. They've
been playing well. The WNBA, they start their playoffs on the 15th.
Yeah.
Make sure y'all tune in because they've been balling.
Skylar Diggins,
Skylar Diggins, baby, at the buzzer.
Shout out. You saw that?
Listen, the Phoenix Mercury is my team because I rock with Diana Taurasi anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And she been chunking up threes. That's what she does too. Yeah, her and then the Seattle Storm with Sue Bird, Breanna Stewart, balling. So, like, make sure y'all check that out.
Yes.
Because they are ballers. I be reading some of the comments when, like, ESPN
or
reposted.
Bleacher Report. I try not to read them.
The Bleacher Report is the worst.
Them men in there, woo.
And then it be people who ain't even picked up a ball.
Don't even know how to play.
Don't even know how to dribble, but you out here, I'm talking bad about professional athletes who will cross you over and come on now, don't do it.
Post you up
and
posterize you.
Like, don't do that. But yeah, make sure y'all check out the NBA finals. I know hockey is still playing in their playoffs and stuff like that, and the WNBA, and still check out baseball because the Cardinals have been, doing well.
And whoever y'all team is, you know.
I mean, we Cardinal Nation all day over here though.
Right.
You know.
Go Birds.
Redbirds. I mean, when they winning. I'm just playing. I'm a Redbird fan whenever. And just, and don't forget football is back.
Yeah.
And tell us who your team is, or be like me and bandwagon, Missouri Chiefs, Tom Brady, I mean, Tom Brady played for the Bucks, the Buccaneers now, but
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be interesting.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and I can't wait to see what Cam Newton is going to do with the Patriots. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
That's going to be...
It's going to be a good football season.
Yeah.
I might have to watch. Make sure you follow us on our Instagram. The Instagram page, it is WDWKAS Podcast.
And our Twitter is What Do Women Know 1, and it's KNO1.
And also make sure you follow us on our YouTube. The YouTube is WDWKAS Podcast. Give us a like, comment, share, and subscribe because we appreciate that good stuff,
Yeah, even bad comments. Just
Oh, guys, we also have masks for sale.
Yeah, we do.
Make sure you buy our merch. Mask, t-shirt.
Hat.
We got that. Hat. Listen.
Different colors.
We got it for y'all. We got it for y'all. As always, I am Bree Nicole.
And I'm Vicky D.
We'll see you next week. Peace.
Hey, man, what the do y'all know about sports?
You are now listening to the Best Damn Sports Podcast. Period.